Hey guys, have you been battling with the fear of starting content creation? Well, welcome to the video that will change the trajectory of your content creation journey. If you've ever felt that pang of anxiety when thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, blog, or social media presence, you are not alone. There are several people out there who feel the same as well. So yeah, this fear, whether it's of failure, judgment, or the unknown, or even secondary fear, which I would explain further in this video, can be incredibly paralyzing. Starting something new, especially in a field as vast and visible as content creation, can be intimidating. But what if I told you that the biggest barrier to your success isn't just lack of skills or equipment, it's the fear of taking that first step? In this video, we are going to explore the root of this fear, why it holds so many people back, and most importantly, how you can overcome it to unlock your full potential. Understanding the fear. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, and when it comes to content creation, that fear can manifest in many ways. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being appreciated, fear of not being good enough, or even secondary fear. These fears can stop us before we even start, convincing us that we are not ready or that we will never succeed. But here's the truth. These fears are often exaggerated in our minds. We make them seem way bigger than what's not. So extremely exaggerated, if I am being honest. They feed on our insecurities and magnify our doubt. By acknowledging your fears and understanding where they come from, you can start to dismantle them. You can shift your mindset from one of doubt to one of possibility. And as you begin to create, you will find that the fear diminishes, replaced by confidence, growth, and the realization that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. But before we continue, I would like to be honest and let you all know that I didn't have the fear of starting content creation. I basically had another issue which I think I should make a video about. It was the problem of planning and not doing. But thankfully, I was able to get out of that rut. Well, why should you listen to me since I didn't fit into such criteria? Well, I'm speaking from an outside point of view, and I have done the research. I completely understand how overwhelming it can be. Through conversations with fellow creators and aspiring creators, as well as my journey in content creation, I have learned a lot about the challenges many of you face. So yeah, I'm not just giving generic tips. I understand your challenges, and I'm here to provide you with practical, effective strategies to help you take that first step into content creation. You don't have to face this fear alone. Let's tackle it together. Identifying your personal barriers. Yeah, now that we have identified the common fears, it's time to look inward and identify your personal barriers, the barriers that are specific to you when it comes to content creation. These barriers are unique to each of us, shaped by our experiences in life, thoughts, and emotions. In this exercise, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what's holding you back. Sometimes in life, we can't even pinpoint exactly what is holding us back. So what you're going to do is to write down your fears, your doubts, and any other thoughts that comes to mind when you think about starting content creation. Well, whenever I'm going through a tough decision in life, trying to figure out what exact issue is weighing me down, anyone I feel like a huge weight just left me after writing down is 100% of the time what has been weighing me down. I hope you get what I mean. But in some cases, or for some people, it may be all the fears just written down that is holding them back. Seriously. Once you have identified these barriers, it's important to understand how they manifest in your daily life. Do they make you procrastinate? Do they cause you to compare yourself to others? Or maybe you've been told that you are not creative enough, or some haters of content creation have projected their fear for content creation by directly or indirectly condemning you for wanting to start content creation. Probably thinking you are not serious with your life, you're trying to copy everybody, or you just want to expose your entire self or life to the world. Or maybe you've seen others struggle and fail, leading you to believe that you will too. Social media can also play a significant role as we constantly compare ourselves to others who seem to have it all figured out. Well, recognizing these patterns is key to breaking free from them. Mindset shift for success. Well, recognizing these patterns is key to breaking free from them. To overcome these barriers, we need to shift our mindset. I am a huge believer in the fact that your mindset greatly affects the trajectory of your life. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to perspective. A growth mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities to learn and grow is crucial. The first step in overcoming your fear is shifting your mindset. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, whether it's you giving yourself all the 10,000 reasons why you shouldn't start, or it's other people giving you the million reasons, start focusing on what could go right. Have an optimistic mindset. Begin by setting small, achievable goals. Maybe your first video doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to exist. Yeah, make it exist. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. The more you create, the more confident you will become. Remember, every successful creator started with the first piece of content that was far from perfect. What matters is that they kept going. It's a process of growth and self-discovery. Now that we have tackled the mental side of things, it's time to get practical. Starting your content creation journey doesn't have to be overwhelming. In fact, it can be as small as setting small achievable goals. Tip number 1, why content creation? Ask yourself this. This is the first thing that needs to be done. Why do you really want to go into content creation? What is motivating you to start? What about missing things? Let it be so concrete that even if someone or even yourself wants to sway from the idea, once you remember your why, you wouldn't let such fear or doubt reside in you. Use your reason or reasons as a form of motivation. I will advise that you have it written down or put it to a frame so that you can constantly remember and stand firmly on your decision. Tip number 2, start small. You know what? It's one thing to write your reasons down or have them put in a frame, and it's another thing to actually start. Stop being a talker and start being a doer. Show your doings. Don't overwhelm yourself with the idea of creating something grand. Start with a small project, a short video, a simple blog post, or a quick podcast episode. Start with what you have, whether it's a smartphone, camera, or a simple editing tool. The key is to begin. Start before you are even ready. I repeat, start before you are even ready. Everything doesn't have to be so perfect. When I finally said that I was going to start content creation, I had a way better phone camera and also a laptop, but by the time I actually even started, none of this way available anymore. But I told myself, no excuses this year. Also, practice creating content regularly and don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes. Just remember that every creator started somewhere, and it's consistency and dedication that led to growth and success. Tip number 3, set your own content creation strategy or planning template. I won't just outrightly say set a schedule, because for me, that is just putting the cart before the horse. I have tried having a schedule without a concrete planning template, and it was just horrible, to be honest. A lot of people sing the praises of having a schedule. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the schedule isn't important, because I now have one that works for me, but having a planning template first, yeah, that's the goal. Have a planning template first, then a schedule. So here's the thing. I have a 9 to 5 alongside content creation, and I was trying to figure out how to balance them both. After watching a lot of videos of fellow creators with 9 to 5 jobs talk about their schedules and how they look like, I decided to try and create one, but you know what? I was just struggling to upload one video a week. I was kind of consistent, but I ended up posting a day or two after the date I planned to post. Or it could be posted on the set date, but at a later time. It somewhat helped me, though, to know when my viewers were active as a beginner who doesn't have enough insight as to who my audiences are, the country they are from, what time they get to watch my videos, all the kind of stuff. But that's beside the point, because I was just working hard and not smart. So what did I do? I created a content creation planning template. I asked myself, what are the necessary steps I need to take before I create one video? I will try and put a picture of my first ever template table I made on the screen. So after writing everything out, I arranged them and put them into a table format. So everything had to flow. I would then do them anytime I was less busy, no time fixed. And then I tick them once they are done. Ticking them one after the other gave me so much joy. And you know what? Gradually I started uploading 2 videos a week. And I have a bigger planning templates table, which involves me working on my description, chapters, hashtags, keywords, naming my video file and thumbnail, and also figuring out my actual video title. Yes. And then I now created a schedule. On the Mondays, I could research on my SEOs for one of my videos. On Tuesdays, SEOs for another upcoming video. On Wednesday, create thumbnails for both videos. And the days go like that with more content planning. I've seen an impact of following this method. To others, it might not seem so, but this strategy has made me more productive, less overwhelmed. Yes, less overwhelmed. YouTube pushes my videos better than my first month on YouTube, and I can feel it on my watch hours. You might be thinking this process may not work for me, or it is too much of a task, but you know what? It's worth trying. But if it doesn't work out after trying, look for a better plan, because that's exactly my point in all of this. Anyways, it didn't work for me, and I would rather do what works for me than what works for others. Because if you think of it, they are also doing what's working best for themselves. Tip number 4, focus on progress, not perfection. Your first pieces of content may not be your best, and that's okay. What matters is that you are improving with each attempt. Like Mr. B said, with every new upload, improve the whole thing. I was once stressed out to my voiceovers at a particular point in my content creation journey, which I believe was one of the huge reasons I was not so consistent to my posting days and time. I wouldn't say it's so perfect now, but I would say I am getting there. Just focus on progressing rather than perfection. Is it your hook that needs to be worked on in your next video? Improve on it. Is it your thumbnails or your video description, your SEOs? Just continue improving, and gradually we would all get better at creating content. I believe so. Tip number 5, seek feedback and join a community. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback from trusted friends or fellow creators. Constructive criticism can help you grow and refine your craft. Surround yourself with other creators who understand the journey, whether it's through online forums, social media groups, or local meetup. Being part of a community can provide support and inspiration. Last practical tip on my list, celebrate small wins. Every milestone, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Whether it's your first comment, your first subscriber, or simply finishing your first piece of content, take the time to acknowledge your progress. Yeah, take that time. So yeah, these are the realistic practical steps. Next up, consistency. Consistency is equally important, even though it isn't easy. You also need to create your own schedule and stick to it. Your 9-to-5 lifestyle with content creation could have a completely different schedule from another person juggling content creation in their 9-to-5 job. There are videos on how to juggle a 9-to-5 job with content creation. I have some tips to help you figure out your schedule properly, but you will still have to tailor your own schedule to your exact lifestyle. You should just build a momentum and establish a routine that becomes second nature to you. Over time, you will notice your confidence growing and your content improving as you continue to create and share. Embracing the journey. Content creation is a journey, not a destination. I always used to think of the destination as the most important thing, but with content creation, the journey is crucial because you learn a lot along the way. Embrace the process, enjoy the learning, and be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Yes, I said so. Remember, every piece of content you create is a step towards finding your voice and building your audience. The fear of starting will eventually fade, replaced by the excitement of creating, sharing, and connecting with others. So take that first step today. Your future self will definitely thank you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. The only way to unlock your fullest potential is by taking action. Yes, fear is natural, and yes, the road ahead may seem daunting. Every great journey begins with a simple step. Also, don't let anyone project their fears onto you. This is what I normally refer to as secondary fear. Are you really scared to start content creation, or people's opinion of content creators, YouTubers, or influencers is what is really holding you back? You need to ask yourself that honest question. The fear of starting can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to hold you back. By understanding your fear, shifting your mindset, and taking small steps forward, you can overcome it and unlock your fullest potential. So you spend the last few minutes learning, reflecting, and preparing. Now it's time to put that knowledge into action. Start creating, embrace the process, and remember that every piece of content you create brings you one step closer to your goal. Your journey starts now, and I can't wait to see the amazing content you all create. If this video resonated with you, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips and support on your content creation journey. And if you have any specific fears or questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch up in my next video.